And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Planet Crafter, also known as the Planet Crafter. I think it's both names can tend to get used for it. We're obviously in the mammals tier. We're about 30% of the way, just short of 30% of the way to complete terraformation. When we get to complete terraformation, I think it's actually a little bit past for TTI. 4.15 TTI, we'll get sort of the follow-up that we need to know 2 of the ways to win the game. There's 3 different endings here on Prime. There is, we've terraformed successfully, and get basically the quest to go blow up the thing that's stopping the fleet from showing up. We instead save a bunch of money to go with the smugglers, sort of the second option. And the third option is we gotta go find 10 or more keys for going out to see the wardens, see if there's any surviving wardens. So those are the sort of 3 endings we have. In practice, the second one, the smuggler option, is sort of the monetary ending. You have to save up a bunch of money for it. And I don't think that's necessarily worth doing here on stream. I might do that later as a challenge run to see how quickly I can generate that much money. I think you need 150,000 money saved up. We've got 3,500. So I don't think it's going to be worth you watching me, at least on this save. On future saves, it might be an interesting thing to see what the challenge run speed would be. But knowing what that is required to do, I don't think it's worth it going in the save. So I think the goal of this stream, if we can do it, is to get to complete terraformation and do at least one of the 4, or one of the 3 victories. And in the meantime, it's actually probably going to be mostly doing exploration. Because I think with exploration, we may be able to find what we need for the 3rd. In which case we'll do 2 of the victories, so I figure out how to do that. In the meantime, I should empty the inventory out before we go driving the rove roundabout. Because I don't need this super alloy on me. And I don't need the pulsar quartz, although I probably don't have space for the pulsar quartz, apparently. Although that's probably a good problem to have. Also, maybe something I can fix fairly easily. Machines power. Yeah, okay, we'll just go make it a fusion reactor. Oh, some inventory space freed up. And effectively serves as a home for some of those pulsar quartz. And the super alloy in the inventory. Oh, let's shove this in the trunk. We've got some explosives here, which are probably going to be worth using for exploration, which is why we've left them in the trunk there. I'm going to throw what I have right now in trunk here. And I'm going to enable this auto launching when it's full. It's going to slowly make cookies. In theory, if we take long enough, it would actually give us the tokens to win the game by the smuggling thing, but we're not going to wait that long. We've got explosives. Earlier exploration, we figured out that over here, I think it was here, and here. I think there's at least 2 entrances into this biome here, and we need explosives for. We've got 3 explosives. Do I want to bring more with me? 3 in the trunk. Do I want more? It wouldn't be that hard to get a little more. Let's do another explosive. Make it around 4. Yep, that's explosive powder. That's not what I'm looking for. There we go. The explosive powder and circuit board. It makes another explosive payload. And do I have food stored up here? Let's make a little bit of food before I go on the road. We don't run out of food while we're out and about. Five beans. Need some honey. That can make 5 food for the road, which I think will be pretty good. We're soon going to get the tier 2 animal food, so I'm going to hold off making more animal food. It comes up in less than 0.1 TTI, so it'll be soon. Okay, got the vehicle prepped for a drive. A little bit of hydration here, and we'll go for a drive. See if I can avoid running into too many trees. Again, we got a fully upgraded rover. Last stream we upgraded the rover to max, so we're quite fast actually. And I think you very much need that speed to feel comfortable flying the jetpack, flying the vehicle. It drives pretty nicely without any of the speed buffs, but it doesn't jetpack as well. So I think the rendering there, yeah, there we go. That's where we want to start our explosive exploration. I'm gonna check. These harvestable trees. No. I know there's one type of plant out there that we haven't harvested that is a wild plant. So we're gonna grab a couple of explosives here. Set the first charge. If it's anything like the other ones we've run into, we're probably gonna need 2 charges. Hey, cover. Yeah, we're gonna need a second charge. You might be able to get away with one if you got the placement down pat. There we go. That's us in that wreck. More circuit boards. We'll probably use that to make more drones, if I were to guess. Ah, there's some loot. Tier 2 fertilizer, beans, bean seed, Astera seed. And this is so that I don't have to put everything in the truck. We can get this set up to deliver or supply everything to the network. And we can put the bots, put that stuff in there. I'll put the seeds in the truck. I don't think we've necessarily got enough transport or enough storage on the home base for that. That'll remind me to build more home base storage. Okay, so we've done the left side here. Check to get all the way to the end to make sure there's no secret door. Okay, so we've got it downstairs. I'll stick to finishing the story off before we go down the stairs. Tusca seeds, mutagen, super alloy. Two blue chests. Osmium rod. More explosive powder. So, to be fair, explosive powder should be reasonably easy to make. So, the circuit boards are really did the wreck pay for itself. So I think I can disassemble the toilets and the showers and such if I wanted the blueprint. I'll pass. I don't need the materials in the least. Here's tier 2 animal food. We can get back to base, we can check what that takes to build. a little lake here, or a little pool here. I saw some food inside. Like, if I disassemble this, am I gonna get the food? The answer is no. Okay, nothing worth harvesting in the pool. Okay, I'll use this little ladder up there. And the inventory's pretty much full, so we're gonna go back out, empty the inventory, and then we'll come back in again. And then, of course, we're gonna stash most of the stuff in here. You in, you in, you in, you in, you in. I'm gonna put the seeds in the truck. Explosive powder in, super alloy in the rods, the engine, the obsidian, and yeah, that's basically filled the warehouse up, the locker up, the iron in this one. And the seeds go in you. I'll take the water in case we end up getting thirsty. Although, I'll go hydrate from the river here quickly before we go back to the wreck. And down we go. Up until this point, other than places that dead end relatively quickly, it's mostly linear. So the exploration's been fairly easy. We got a little bit of a fork here, although we'll see how deep these fork sections are. Okay, so here we'll need a card to open the door. I'll have to remember that door. This is dead end. And that's probably the vault, so that's probably where the good money is going to be. And it didn't. Although that looks like a door that might open up when we find the power plant, turn the power plant on. Not carrying any fusion cells with me, so we're not doing that in this delve, but maybe a future one. One shelving. I can disassemble some of the shelving there for probably the blueprint. Water model. I'm following left-hand rule for searching through here. Okay, so there's the access card. I'm going to go running right back there to use the access card. We're going to continue following left-hand rule for the moment. Okay, so there's the power plant. So if we had a fusion core, we could come here to shove a power core in there. And we'll go up the stairs here. Bunch of damaged screens, but doesn't really do much for us right now. Yeah, these look like lockers, but they're all the wrong way around to loot anything from them, if they had anything in them. was down there. That's the door. Okay. Already in to open the door. And yeah, this is basically the vault room where the money's going to be. 100, 500, 5,000. Blueprint chip. The rest of that's mostly junk. Money. Or no, that's not money. That's the C. Production multiplier fuse. We'll take that. Big quartz. We're going to be coming back in here right away, I suspect. So we'll just be right back. Empty the inventory out of it. And turn around and come back. It's definitely raining outside the wreck, by the sounds of it. Okay. Sort the inventory again. Bacteria samples in, fertilizer in, CO2 fertilizer in, chip in. And we filled that chest. Filled the chest, most of that other stuff went out in inventory. Zeolite, iridium, super alloy, explosive powder, quasar, obsidian, mutagen, genetic trait we want to put in the trunk, fuse we want to put in the trunk. I'll put the blueprint in here, even though I don't think we need, or if they're not even going to necessarily get transported by the system, but we don't need it at this point. I think I can technically recycle it into a computer chip. We were desperate. Eat some food, and we'll take some of the free water. And then we'll just go finish looting the vault. Complete the, well, the degree that we can do the delve on this wreck. We have to bring the fusion core back at some, or the fusion core back at some point to max out the wreck. This way? Yeah, this way. And we take the contents. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, and 100. 500. Another production fuse. Nice. How much are the fuses for export? They're like 5,000 each. So there's a toss-up between do I make things faster with them or do I just sell them? Okay, I think we've explored the whole wreck. Yeah. Okay, so let's just get out of here. Get our stuff packed for the bots to handle. And we'll go explore the next wreck, or the next exploration site. Explosion site. Okay, so that one's full. Chip fertilizer, mutagen, nitrogen canisters, obsidian, osmium, and the rest is going to go in the trunk because the chest is full. Oh, there's a blue chest. Before I drive too far, let's hop out and loot it. Goes in the trunk. We get back in our rover, and off we go driving. I don't think I need to go very far for where we're going next. I think it's over here. This cave over here. Yeah, I suppose the problem here is obviously the rover is not going to fit in the cave. Didn't I make a second explosive? Well, fourth explosive. Missing it. There it is. Probably should have sorted the thing, but made it easier to find. So in here is apparently a good place for sulfur and aluminum. Neither of which we really need in large quantities right now. And then one of the ends down here, and some rocks to blow up. Out of here. Louis. Now let's traverse this cave. Takes us where? Iridium sulfur down here. Another batch of rocks to explode. Let's go blow this one up as well. I did see there was a whole biome back there, but... And this is... Okay, so this is the iridium cave down in the ravine area, let's say. Wreck up there. We got a blue chest here. Boneless plants. Terra tokens. Okay, the water is safe to dive in. And drink. Although it is a weird color. Another blue chest. Let's loot this chest. Yeah, it's a pretty big biome. Big enough for me to get lost in it, probably. Behind that waterfall. Okay, so I think the big selling point on this area... Oh, a bunch more explosive blowy up area over here. That's probably the way out to the third way in and out. Okay. One of those through line here. Okay. Another blue chest. Legolas frog eggs. So specialty frog eggs. 500% modifier. This is one of the places we can come if I want frog eggs, apparently. Good frog eggs. A blue chest. At this point, I'm pretty much out of space. What I will do is I'll do basically what we did before, which is I'll put a foundation grid here, because I'm pretty sure the bots can come in here, and block of storage set to supply everything. And then the things I think the bots, or at least that will be easy for us to tell the bots to grab, we'll dump in here. So like we'll do all the bio stuff. We'll do the engine, super alloy, the explosive powder, the solar quartz. Really just cash in the Terran tokens. Finish harvesting you. there's a landing pod. Or no, that's a... not a landing pod, that's a vehicle. Bunch of stuff in the back. Tree seed. A really good tree seed. Okay. Okay. So I think this is paid for the explosives we needed to get in here. Maybe not for... to open up the second way in. Definitely for the first way. Oh, I need to empty inventory again. Don't have enough iron on me to do exactly what we did, so we're going to go ahead and drop some of this stuff off in the old one first. Which was just down here. Collecting a little bit on the seeds. Okay. Enough to get the double check, make sure it's set to take everything. I think we filled it up before we left, so it's probably set to take everything. Yeah. So what's not being taken is because we don't actually need them back at the base of the mod. Or I haven't set a proper request. One of the two. Got some interesting looking frogs here. Grapple view. Some of the chest. I see more chests. Okay, this is the top of the waterfall here, and so that's as far as this area is going. And we'll probably see some more in the wreck when we finish getting back. Two different types of frogs. Probably both the frog type eggs we can get here. But yeah, if we get back to we see more, and we probably will see more at the wreck back here, because we haven't checked out the wreck yet. I can always just plop down another foundation and another chest on it. We're easily able to get on the roof. Doesn't necessarily let us get inside. Okay, do a jump down here. That got us here. I don't really have a good amount of inventory right now, so we're not going to loot much in this delve. Leave those there, for example. Tier 3 heater that we could disassemble and set up. Some blue chests. Blueprint chip. Okay, we got 3 blue chests in here. Heater we can disassemble. Oh no, make that 4. Probably 5. Okay. Okay, foundation grid. One for storage. You're going to be set to everything. Yeah, most of this we want to do by the truck, so let's get back to the truck quickly. The inventory a little bit more empty. In the meantime, you can see the terraforming is just moving around in the background. Really wanted the terraforming to move more, or it'd be more animals. Or potentially better animal food. Okay, all the in here for the moment, although it's about to come take the tree seed. Take this metal out, titanium out, and then we'll go shove the metal and titanium actually in the chest inside. We get back in for another exploration. Oh, super rally. We'll grab the super rally bits here. Toss those in. Not that I think we necessarily need super rally. We've got 3 miners mining it right now. Yeah, what if we... There's no blue chest there. Maybe even more in here. Well, this doesn't look like necessarily a particularly large ship from the outside. I'm getting pretty close to the ship being explored at this point. Unless it's big on the inside than the outside. Okay. And then obviously set to supply everything. Set to supply everything. Dump the iron in the chest. Back into the wreck. We know there's at least a couple more chests worth of stuff in here. Couple different types of spacesuit. I'm not too interested in the spacesuits. But I could definitely see how some people might be interested in collecting the set. Okay, that's the wreck. Guess it doesn't have a power core, but that's fine. And another one of the ponds quickly. We'll try to grab some more frog eggs while we're here. Okay. Come back and grab that blue chest as well. Okay. Oh, and I think the tree seed in particular, I can go ahead and shove in there and get it delivered to us. Because I think the tree box is not full. The other box is very full. Tree box not so much. there's a blue box. Yoink. Get rid of the box. And yeah, there's a pond. Pond can have... Pond isn't guaranteed to have any. But it can have frogs. I think the frogs that we got when we... Frog seeds we got look like those frogs. I guess. Although I could be wrong. Could definitely be wrong. Okay, so unless there's more loot under the water, and there definitely could be. I think we've looted this cave. At which point it'll be time to go back and get some more explosives made up for exploring more caves like this. We'll also check out the recipe for tier 2 food. We unlocked it while we were out and about. Let's drive back to base. Using our high speed here. Although I might take a detour and upgrade one of these. Oh, I sent the tree seeds back, yes. I need to get around the tree seeds out of the storage. I want to rid the tree seeders. So I'll take a detour and deposit some of the tree seeds, but it's not going to work if I don't have a... Well, I got one in the inventory. Go use this one first. So here, tier 3. Place the Humalora with the Boobaroo. Place those frog eggs to these frog eggs. And in a moment, yeah, that's what those frogs look like. Okay, straight in. Let's grab a little bit more iron. And I'm gonna get some more chests or lockers up. Like so. So I can put regular seeds in them. Well, regular seeds in one, and the other I'm gonna do food seeds. You're the tree one. Yeah, you're my tree one. I'll take my higher quality tree seeds out. While I'm here, before I go put these seeds out, Tier 2 food. Okay, so Tier 2 is Tier 1 plus algae and rare larva. Upgrades the animal multiplier from 200% to 500%. Potentially worth doing. Especially if I have a bunch of the old lower tier stuff hanging around. Making sure my tree spreaders have updated seeds. It looks like they do, unless I'm gonna replace the seeds, the coastline ones, which I might as well do. I think I still have one on the coast here. Lower tier one. I might only have one lower tier one. That would be fair. Oh, we got two. Okay. Good deal. So 175 is definitely smaller than 450. Tree seeds away. Go pull the rest of the seeds out of the trunk here, as well as the traits. Well, let's start with the traits. Traits, Larma, so on and so forth. Okay, that's the inventory full. Okay. Gonna take the mutagen and the bacteria stuff out. Take the larva out as well. Get that shipped. I'll get that dropped in the chest. Locker. I'm saying chest, it's a locker. Okay, let's put a little bit more iron, because apparently I need even more iron. We need even more chests. Okay, not the right place for that, but we'll be back. I'll try to be back. Demand, we'll have you... What's the standard sort of bio stuff? There's maybe an argument to set up a dedicated one for it, but for each type. Okay. Take those production modules out. Don't want to use them right now, but we'll take them out. We'll need to do something with the aluminum, because it's got too much aluminum here, but... Yeah, it seems like right leaves will place the early production modules. We need for higher tier drones. Circuit board, super alloy, explosive powder. Okay, so the explosive powder is an add, and the super alloy is an add. Okay. I set you to request explosive powder. None has actually come. Not sure if that's because there's none to request, or if it went to the other location that has it set up. Well, there's one. I suspect there was none to send then. Sulfur, sulfur, iridium. Okay, so that should be real easy to make. Okay, let's do more explosives. I think we'll go up to another 4. Or up to 4, total 4. Another round of explosive powder then. This is at request, so we're just waiting on drones. Same thing on the iridium, as we can see we've taken some already. Already been delivered. And I'm gonna make 2 more things. I need 2 secret boards. That leaves me 3. I think we're gonna make up 3 of the tier 2 drones as well. We'll be a little bit faster for transport reasons. Super... Yeah, it was a super alloy, not a super alloy rod. Super alloy rod would be real expensive. Some rocket engines. Now for the ultimate question, do I have some super alloy? I do. There we go. So that should be enough to get the rockets, or the drones going. Here we go. And I got the achievement just then for Unstoppable, craft 1,000 items. First guess, I was actually going to guess it was crafted tier 2 drone, but it was not what the achievement was for. Okay, how much tier 1 food do I have left in storage over here? Upgrade to tier 2. Done. Okay, so that's maybe an argument just to make more food. More tier food, tier 1 and tier 2 food. For our hungry animals. Honey, beans, common larva, rare larva, algae. Okay. Okay. Might not have enough larva to make it all tier 2. And 2 common. Okay, we got enough rare, not enough common. Wait, there is a recipe for making common. Oh, actually, I want to grab 7 because we're gonna have 5 more beans outside. Oh, that's a B. Check these out. That's common, although I can maybe break the butterflies down. We'll think about that. then I need 7 honey. Here's 7 honey and Selvin algae. Like so. Other than being short on common, I think we're good to go. And depending on what the recycler gives us, we should be good to go. That was a common. Another common. Another common. Let's go ahead and process some of that down so I've got some space in the inventory. Yeah, we've got the recipe in theory for making common if I'm desperate for more. Okay, so I need 2 more common. We want to convert all the beans, which I think we can get out of the butterflies we've got right now. There we go. 7 tier 2 foods. Go give our animals a quick pet, and then we'll leaving this part to close once we get back into the tent or back into the building. I got lucky with genetic traits. We'll go ahead and make a few animals. The beginning of next part. There we go. Pet everything. Back in we fly. Yeah, you're full. Okay. So yeah, we're obviously the end quest I think unlocks at about 4 TTI, so we're getting pretty close. And we're apparently 60% of the way to complete terraformation. So with that, this is where we're going to go ahead and put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We'll be recording more parts. I'm just going to take a short break here to get up and stretch the legs and sip some tea and potentially get the ads out of the way if they're pending on Twitch. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.